fans at planetloud.tv.
Hi, I'm Anthony.
I'm Kevin. We're a band called This Is Wildlife, and you're watching Planet Loud. We just got off of the Warped Tour in the States. That was 2 months long. We're actually out here in the UK with Rob Lynch right now. He was actually out on the Warped Tour with us as well. This is only our 4th show of the tour, right? Yeah, it's just the beginning of the tour. I think it's 12 shows long, ends in London. It's been going really good so far.
Great. So how did you guys go about trying to get, overseas from the US? Obviously, it's quite impressive that you made it all the way over.
We kind of lucked out. In January, we came over for a short headline tour.
We were terrified. They told us, remember, they were like, hey, you guys can tour in the UK. And we were just like, no, we can't.
We had never headlined in the States, so coming over here was kind of crazy. We were unsigned at the time, no full length out. We were headlining in a country we'd never been to, so we didn't really know what to expect, but we came over and it went really well. And then we had the opportunity to come back, so we jumped at it.
Great. So how have you been finding it, touring over here in the UK?
We like it more than touring in the States. Yeah, it's more comfortable, and the drives are a lot shorter because the country's so much smaller than the States. So
drive was 2 hours today.
Yeah,
no 2 hour drives back home. And we don't drive. So.
Yeah, and then we don't have to drive.
Yeah, we have to drive back home, so it's very relaxing actually out here.
It's kind of like
and the weather's awesome. It's not hot.
But it's kind of like a shock when you go back home and tour again after being here, because it's they take care of us pretty well here. And back in the States, it's a little harder. Yeah, it's long drives. We're driving every day. Not as many hotels and stuff. It's a little rougher.
Yeah.
So what's the craziest experience, the funniest experience you've had on tour?
We don't really have a lot of crazy stuff that happens to us. We just have the worst trouble with van issues and tires blowing out. On Warped Tour, we had 12 tire blowouts. Right?
We played one show and we were super tired, and some guy asked us, he played the show and he was like, hey, you guys can stay at our house after. It's a mile down the road. We were really sketched out. We never met him. We were like, all right, let's just go for it. And remember, we started driving and it was a half hour later and we're still driving, and we're just driving through nowhere. And we're just I'm yelling at him, turn around. I'm not going to this guy's house. He's gonna kill us. This is terrifying. And then all of a sudden, all these huge houses and mansions appeared out of nowhere. And the guy was the coolest dude ever. And his wife woke up and came down and made us all food, and we had beds to sleep in his house, and they woke up and made us breakfast, and it was a very the night seemed like it was horrible, and it ended up just being one of the coolest people we've ever met.
That's the exception, not the rule, though, because usually the kinds of people that'll let random dirty dudes sleep at their house clearly don't have a lot to lose, they have
some shitty houses,
which we're fine with. We live in shitty houses, but
it's scary when you don't know who they are.
When you don't know who they are, it's weird. We once got into a bed and it had a used Band-Aid in it.
There was throw up in the kitchen. That's been there for a week. It was hardened throw up on the floor.
The bathroom had
that was in the UK too.
Yeah, that was here.
God, it was terrible. So it was so cold that me and him were in a bed with our blanket, and our tour manager had an air dryer,
a hair dryer
underneath the sheets trying to warm us up because we were so cold. They didn't have any heating in their place, and it was snowing outside. It was pretty miserable.
So, what have you guys got planned for the future?
When we go back home, we have a month of just kind of fly dates. We're playing shows in Florida,
Seattle, Indy,
Washington, Oregon, Alaska. We're playing one show at the Plain White Tees, and then we do a winter tour with Sleeping with Sirens and Pierce the Veil. It's a month long, and then we have some time off, so we're probably going to start writing some more songs.
So what do you guys do when you're on tour to kind of get over the homesickness? And
I'm never homesick.
Yeah, we prefer to be out on the road.
We live in shitty places, so I don't like going home.
Right now, it's so hot back home, and neither of us have air conditioning, so it's
miserable.
You're kind of just sweating in your underwear all day.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, this rules.
Anything else?
So, where exactly are you from in the US then?
We're from Long Beach, California.
Oh, right. And you prefer the weather over here?
Yeah.
The weirdest thing ever.
It's just hot and sunny every day. It's miserable.
Neither of us are like beach guys, so.
Yeah, I don't like the sun.
We like
what the hell what am I gonna do in 90 degrees every day?
I haven't worn pants in like 4 months.
I haven't worn a shirt in like 4 months. There's underwear everywhere. It's too hot.
Have you been really jet lagged when you came over here then?
I'm fucked.
He was fucked up.
I still
figured
am.
it out.
I wake up every night at 4 a.m. and I'm up till 7 a.m. I just sit there and I hope someone else will wake up so I can talk to someone.
And then when I wake up, he's just staring at me.
Like, hey, what's up, man? You wanna hang out?
Hey, you up now? What are you doing?
It's pretty miserable. Yeah, I can't adjust at all.
So, what would you say is the biggest difference between the kind of California music scene? Obviously, you've got Suicide Silence and bands like that, and then you come over here. Are there any big differences in terms of the music scene, or?
I don't think so.
Same.
Yeah, I think it's pretty similar. There's a lot of bands that are from here that do really well in the States.
Yeah.
Obviously, like Bring Me the Horizon, Architects. Yeah, they do really well over in the States. And then bands from the States like Let Live comes over here and they do really well. So I think it's like, I think people are pretty open to it. Seems like in the States people actually like British bands, like people like the accent, you know. But people don't like our accent over here. They're not impressed.
No, we don't sound cool.
They don't give a shit.
So would you say the reception over here is better or worse than it is over in the States?
I wouldn't say it's too different. It's been great over here. We've been super lucky that we got over here early on. It's been
great over here. Yeah. It's awesome.
So what can we expect from your set tonight then?
We just put out a new record called Clouded in May, so we're gonna play some new songs off that. Last time we were here, that record wasn't out, so we played like one song from it and a bunch of old stuff. So our set list is totally different than the last tour. But our show, I mean, there's only 2 of us. It's an acoustic band. It's like, you know, we're not gonna have confetti shooting out in the pyrotechnic show.
It's going to be a sappy acoustic show.
Yeah, it's an acoustic show. It's just a sing-along. That's all it is.
Alright, thank you very much.
Wake up, you take my hand, give me a reason to start again. Wake up, you take my hand, give me a reason to start again. 'Cause you're